To tell the truth.
Hello everyone, sharing another one that I had to share. Try and make it a real quick one. Pondering on the idea of the way that we people, humans, and I've seen it happen to myself, and I can still see it happening to a lot of other people that I know, and that is we live in an idea. And sometimes this happens in relationships where we believe that, well, one of us are getting more served than the other, in a sense, the transaction between two people. And in relationships, I'm saying partner relationships, is this idea that our partners have to do what we think is right. And quite often, and I see it a lot in relationships, mostly with where the females, you know, the saying of happy life, happy wife, where we, well, a lot of men, most men are quite simple in their thinking and live by a standard of what the wife has, I guess what the wife is expecting of the husband. And then the wives usually feel wonderful when all the things are going perfectly according to their own mental plan. But when the husband turns around and does something, or the partner turns around and does something that is not desirable according to your own sense of standards, the relationship breaks down. It happens a lot to a lot of people because for a long time within their own relationship they have popped or put this person in their mind by the interactions of them both on a certain pedestal or on a certain expectation of who they believe their partners are to be. And that is where, and I've seen myself make this mistake time and time again, and I no longer do that. I got off that roller coaster where I have to be aware of my own expectation that's letting me down. Not that the person I'm with has potentially done anything to hurt how do I put this? The person that I'm having a relationship with, be it, you know, romantic relationship or just even friends, that because they haven't lived by a standard that I believe is true for me, that I then decide that they're no longer going to be in my life, or, you know, sever the relationship, which is really sad because if we think about it, we all have our own ways and sense of standards and our own sense of moralistic ways that things should be or shouldn't be. So nobody should be a victim to anybody else, nor should we make them our slaves because we believe that it's, you know, that they should live up to this particular standard in our own minds. And I think in recognition of this for myself, I realized how selfish that was or is. And yet this is the reality for a lot of couples who live in a so-called wonderful, seemingly wonderful idea of a relationship looking in. From someone looking into this, aren't they wonderful, they're great? Yeah, they're wonderful and they're great because somebody usually has sacrificed themselves to keep the other person happy. So yeah, just putting it out there for you to see it within yourself. Is this happening in your life? Is this how your life is running? Are you the victim, or is the person you're with the victim? I call them victim because they are living they are just living to make the other person happy so that the other person will love them, which is wrong. I say it's wrong because I think you need to find your sense of purpose and your sense of self even within a relationship, and that if there is a misunderstanding or a disagreement, that it's, you know, discussed, of course, and not assumed, but letting it go and allowing the other person to be totally free in their own space doing whatever it is that they're doing, regardless of what you think is correct or not. So yeah, I'll leave it there, guys. Thanks for listening. Bye.